everyone, and welcome to episode 3 of Ask an Adaptive Horseback Riding Instructor. My name is Saber Popoli, and I am that Adaptive Horseback Riding Instructor. I am also the owner and founder of Hoof Falls and Footfalls. Hi everyone, and welcome to episode 3 of Ask an Adaptive Horseback Riding Instructor. My name is Saber Popoli. I am that Adaptive Horseback Riding Instructor. I'm also the owner of Hoof Falls and Footfalls, and I provide free and low-cost education to instructors in the equine-assisted activities and therapies industry. So go check out my website, hooffallsandfootfalls.com. Make sure you follow me on YouTube, Facebook, and I also now have launched a podcast, so I'm available on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all those good things. So check that out as well. All right, so let's take a look at question number 3 that was submitted by a fellow adaptive riding instructor. And her question is, how do you get the horses to walk on if the student is nonverbal without a horse leader? All right, so let's break down that question a little bit. So how do you get the horse to walk on if the student is nonverbal and without a horse leader? So some things that kind of come to mind. Again, I've never seen this student, so this is kind of just troubleshooting, problem solving as I'm reading the question and pulling from past experiences with students I've worked with, and also using some critical thinking skills. So if the student is nonverbal and they do not have a horse leader, I am assuming that they are then physically and cognitively able enough to control the horse without the assistance of a volunteer. So if they have made it to that point where you are able to have them ride on their own, so to speak, without sidewalkers, so 1 or 2 people walking next to them to help them keep focused, help them hold reins, help them steer, all of that good stuff, and also without a horse leader attached to help control where the horse is going, then I would assume that they are able to use some type of other method to cue that horse. However, if we have not already worked out how to get that student to cue their horse to walk on if they're nonverbal, then I would be wondering, is that student ready to be without a horse leader? So usually for a student to ride without a horse leader, in my mind, whether they're verbal, nonverbal, able-bodied, special needs, whatever it is, that student needs to demonstrate situational awareness, so kind of what's going on around them. They need to be able to have pretty good rein management, so at least where they're not bouncing on the horse's mouth, and they know how to stop the horse, turn, and do the fundamentals like that, so that if I'm not able to help them out, or if a horse leader's not able to help them out, then they're able to safely work with that horse on their own. They also need to have a way to cue their horse. So whether that's verbally, using legs, using seat, whatever that looks like, that kind of varies from student to student, and they need to be able to have the basic understanding of how to use those cues to get their horse to go and stop and turn before I'm going to just turn them loose and let them go off on their own. So if we have a nonverbal student, there are a couple different things that you can do with them. If they have a full team, so if they are not able to get that horse to go on their own yet and they need the help of their sidewalkers and their horse leaders, that nonverbal student could do a tap tap on the horse's withers if they are not able to use their legs yet. The team, though, has to look at that rider, though, as that rider is asking the horse to walk on. So that team might do a countdown of 1, 2, 3, let's ask for a walk on, and the student does a tap tap, and they can say, oh, very good, walk on, and then that's a cue to the horse leader to ask the horse to move on. If the student is above and beyond being able to do a tap tap, so you can actually teach them how to appropriately use their legs to ask the horse to walk on, or even better yet, use their legs, their weight, and their seat to ask the horse to walk on, then you can definitely do that. When you look at dressage or reining or all of these other competitions, we usually don't use verbal cues to cue our horse to whoa and go and do all of that stuff. It's all off of nonverbal communication. So, getting the horse to walk on if the student's nonverbal without a horse leader, that is going to come down to the student and them being able to physically cue that horse to move on. Just like you or I would cue our horse to move on non-verbally if we were not going to be using verbal cues to ask that horse to go. So I hope that was a helpful answer, probably a little bit long-winded and dug into a few other areas that were kind of bunny rabbit trails, but I hope that was helpful, gave some information. If you have any questions that you want to submit to Ask an Adaptive Riding Instructor, please go ahead and submit them. You can comment below, shoot me a message on Facebook, shoot me a message through any of the podcast platforms, send me an email to saber.p@hooffallsandfootfalls.com, and I will see you on the next episode of Ask an Adaptive Horseback Riding Instructor.